if you know you really rocking with Yahoo. A real recognize real, so they could never stop the movement. Yeah, you got a spot in heaven if you make it to the end. No matter what nobody say, don't sharing other people's sins. Man, they got me messed up. Had to cut some people off, cause they weren't followers of the way, but transgressors of the law. Why you never about that action? All you wanna do is talk. I watch people burn bridges, now all they do is stalk. What's so hard to keep it real? Man, they act like it's a crime. The world like a big prison, and we all doing time. Everybody got a day, so pick a spot and wait in line. Then you move one step closer every time you close your eyes.
Shalom, greetings, and welcome back to another episode here, Israelite Talk TV, where you get the raw, the real, and the unadulterated truth 24/7. Now, in today's headline family, we got Mr. Patrick Clark, also known as DJ Pat. We also have Migo Bands, and we also have Houston Police Department in the headlines today, okay? And shout out to everybody that, has been sending me videos and all type of stuff on this case. But y'all see the title of the video. I'm getting ready to break down and explain to you why DJ Pat is getting ready to beat this murder case against Takeoff, okay? There's a lot of confusion that's going on in this case. And, it's crazy how we can sit here, we can look at footage, look at videos on these different, on the things that's going on in this case. And then people still come out and come with different narratives. Now, and I'm speaking from the blogger's standpoint. Now, as far as from DJ Pat's perspective, you got to understand that his attorney, his job is to try to get him off the case. So they're going to bring forth all type of different arguments to try to get his client off, because this is what he's paying them for, to beat the case. So they're going to bring forth a whole lot of different perspectives. Doesn't mean that it's 100% true, but he got to do his job. Okay, we have to understand that. We can't get lost in that. But let's start clearing up a lot of confusion, and let me give you guys the breakdown on what's going on, and let me explain to you why DJ Pat is going to beat this case. Okay, now the first thing that we got to understand is that people were running around and they excited because they saying Migo Band shot. Okay, I've been told y'all from the beginning, stop being simple-minded. Okay, I told y'all from the beginning that there's no way in the world, from the video that we saw, that Migo Bands shot and killed Takeoff. Okay, now they're coming out and I'm gonna tell you how crazy this stuff is. They're coming out and they're telling us that they didn't already talk to Migo Bands. They talked to Migo Bands months ago when this stuff happened and got cleared. Okay. So all of this stuff with people running around saying they were looking for Migo Bands gonna be arrested. These people done already talked to Migo Bands and already cleared Migo Bands. So this is why I told you in the video that I did, they looked at the video camera. If they thought Migo Bands had actually shot and killed Takeoff, they would have been looking for Migo Bands. But this is why I went quiet, because they already knew that Migo Bands didn't shoot, that it was Mob Tie affiliated that shot and killed them. Now there's chatter about DJ Pat being Takeoff security, and that's a lie. Okay, and I'm gonna show you that here in this video, because if they want us to believe that DJ Pat was Takeoff's security, then I'm siding with the people that say that he was sacrificed. Okay, because if he is Takeoff's security, then he sacrificed him. Okay, because we can clearly see in the video that, and I'm going to put the picture up so you guys can see it. Migo Bands is standing next to Takeoff. Yellow hoodie is right here. Migo Bands is looking at somebody, which obviously was DJ Pat, okay? Patrick, when they were walking, okay? So it's obviously he's looking at somebody that's a threat with a gun, and it wasn't Cam Yellow Hoodie. Cam Yellow Hoodie sidetracked him, you know what I'm saying, when he up thumper and did what he did. The other way that we know that DJ Pat wasn't Takeoff security is because why would the bowling alley doors and all that stuff where Cam Yellow Hoodie was running at, why wasn't all that shot out if they were shooting at Cam Yellow Hoodie? If he was Takeoff security, you telling me that he couldn't hit Yellow Hoodie going into that running into the bowling alley? There's no glass or nothing shot out where Yellow Hoodie went in there, but we can clearly see Quavo and them running up the hallway getting shot at. So how is he security? Okay. You know what I'm saying? So what you guys have to understand is that a lot of these major platforms, and DJ Academics came out and said that the princess reached out to him to make a statement. You guys got to understand, when these platforms get big, these people will reach out to them and have them push different narratives for green and blue backs, is what you got to understand. See, people will sell out and push certain narratives because they're getting paid behind the scene. This is why I'm telling you, you guys need to run those likes up. Subscribe to the channel. Okay. The bigger presence that we make on this on these YouTube streets, the more we can get out the real information and be able to combat this false information that's being pushed by a lot of these paid platforms. Okay. These are paid media points that they're pushing. There's nowhere in the world that DJ Pat was Takeoff security, and they tell you that in the warrant as we're getting ready to look at some of this stuff through here. Okay, so now let's break this down and process, and let me explain to you why DJ Pat is finna beat this case. Okay, the first thing that we have to understand is that they're telling us, okay, this is how messed up this case is. See, the internet was crying and complaining about arrests, so the police has already saw the video. They know who did the shooting. But nobody has come forward and made any statement. Okay.
Suspects, no one detained. Any idea? I know there's some surveillance footage out there.
We're viewing it as part of the investigation, and that may uncover something. But the best thing that we have, because even if we have a face, the best thing is somebody can stand up, because somebody knows exactly who it was, and I'm really confident that somebody's going to step up.
Nobody has came forward and made any statements. This is why it took them so long to arrest DJ Pat. And even now, he's getting, in my opinion, he's getting ready to beat this. And I'm getting ready to explain to you the reason why he's going to beat this. Now, when you look at the footage, right, okay, they're telling us that DJ Pat is the shooter, right, that shot and killed Takeoff, right? They're telling us that they found 9 40 caliber casings, and they found 1 9mm casing from a different weapon. What you guys got to understand is Houston police does not have any of these weapons. They don't have Migo Band weapon. They don't have DJ Pat weapon. And this is important to understand, because if they're telling us, think about this, if they're telling us that Migo Band shot, but then his shot went into the bowling alley, right? Where is this other 9mm casing coming from? If all his shots went into the bowling alley, where is this 9mm shot this bullet casing that they shot came from? This is obviously that casing that they found is obviously the first shot that went off, because I'm gonna put the thing up.
Somebody, bro.
Holy what are you doing? No, hell no. No.
That first shot that went off was not DJ Pat. He did not shoot that first shot. That's a whole totally different weapon. Now, if they're telling us that Migo Band shot and his bullets went into the bowling alley, where is this 9mm bullet shot that they found? Where is this coming from? That's coming from a whole nother gun. Okay, so they don't have no guns on this case. Okay, the other thing we got to understand is that they told us that 2 other people got shot on this case. Okay,
we were also informed that 2 other individuals had reported themselves by personal vehicle to local area hospitals on their own. Both of them with non-life-threatening injuries, but a 23-year-old male and a 24-year-old female. Like I said, both of them are going to be okay, and we have spoken and gotten information from them to help us in this investigation.
Now, some people saying one of those people was Migo Bands. I can't confirm that. You know what I'm saying? If y'all can confirm that, send me the video, comment down in the comment section on the blogger platforms that can confirm that. But people saying it was Migo Bands, but we know that Migo Bands did talk to the police and got cleared. So if they're telling us that DJ Pat shot Takeoff, who shot the other 2 people? Why ain't he charged with criminal recklessness or attempted murder on these other people? What bullets was found in them? You see what I'm saying? This is how you know this stuff is a cover-up. They don't have the weapon. And this is why when they came out, DJ, your boy Chief Fenner was like, yeah, we got the video, but we need people to come forward. As I told you, it's going to be hard for them to prosecute this case without witnesses. This is why they allowed him to get a private investigator because the only thing that Houston police has right now is they're reconstructing things off of the angles. This is all they got. So when DJ Pat lawyer can come in and argue that, who's going to be in opposition? That's going to be on the state to prove that. No witnesses and nobody has come forward and spoke. You know what I mean? Include Migo Benz, because we know Migo Benz talked to the police. If Migo Benz identified and said, man, he was the shooter, they wouldn't need all of that. They would have the video footage and a statement. They don't have any statements from anybody identifying this man as the shooter. And this is why he's going to beat this case. Okay. All they did was arrested him. And then, now listen to this. They want us to believe. Now they come out and say they caught him. He was on his way to Mexico with a whole bunch of money. But then when the warrant came out, it tells us that when they caught him, he had a 45 on him. So you telling me that he was finna go through customs with this 45 and all of this stuff. So it's a whole bunch of fluff that's going on with this case. The bottom line is that it's too much stuff that's going on. Now listen, in this interview, they're saying that there was an altercation, right? So the question we have to ask ourselves is, when was this altercation? They says after an initial physical confrontation between the two groups, a physical confrontation, Joshua appears to be struck by an individual later identified as Willie Benz, which is Migo Benz. Now we looking at the footage, right? And I'm not going to play it. Go to the vault. The vault on YouTube, I mean, not on YouTube, but on Twitter has the video. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to try to find that and put the link in the description box where you can go right to the article. He has the video of the real angles. When you look at that video of them going up the hallway, as I told you, the lady that's shooting the video up the hallway is showing us the proper footage, because in that footage, we can still see Takeoff is still alive. Okay. So forget all the other stuff about the bumps and the scuff. We got to look at the video where Takeoff was still alive, where Yellow Hoodie was standing next to him and Migo Benz was standing next to him, because that in that clip is where he got shot and he dropped. So that's showing us the last thing that happened. Forget all those other videos and the stuff that was passed together and all of that. Go look at that video. That video is showing you Takeoff's last minutes. Okay. When Takeoff got hit, Yellow Hoodie was coming from that side and ran into the thing. So how did Migo Benz strike a Yellow Hoodie? Unless he did this before. Is this why Migo Benz had the gun out when they were standing right there and he was turning around and looking and stuff like that? Because he had already laid hands on Cam Yellow Hoodie. Because when Takeoff got shot, there's nowhere in the world that he struck and hit that boy. So they're probably looking at footage from inside the bowling alley or whatever caused them to go out there into the hallway. You know what I'm saying? But at that point, when they got into the hallway, there's no way that Migo Benz struck and hit Cam Yellow Hoodie. You know what I'm saying? So this is what people are doing. They're reading this and they're saying, oh, Migo Benz and him got into it, and they were just basically trying to, nah. They tell you right here, listen what they're telling you. Video evidence obtained showed that Quavo and those two younger men had all been involved in a dice game inside the bowling alley, and the affiance investigation indicated they were arguing outside because the two young men had won the money in the dice game. Basically saying that Cam Yellow Hoodie and DJ Pat won the money in the dice game. Okay? So, I mean, at the end of the day, they were involved. DJ Pat is not Takeoff security. He wasn't trying to shoot and hit Yellow Hoodie because he could have got Yellow Hoodie running into the thing. Okay, that's a lot. Okay, so at the end of the day, we just got to give credit to Jay Prince Sr. He in his bag right now. He's going to beat this case. Some things that I think is strange, right? Now, he said that the shooter can't hide behind him, but when their names were listed on this thing as people that he couldn't talk to, Junior came out and allegedly got his name removed off of the list. But if they really cared about this dude killing Takeoff, why would they care about their name being removed off of the list? Okay. So this is how you know there's some funny business going on. Now, let me say this. I know at the beginning when this stuff was going on, we thought that Junior just walked past Takeoff. That's not accurate. Okay. And we can clearly prove that by and I'm gonna put the pictures up on the screen so you guys can see it, by the guy that's standing there, and we can actually confirm that this is Junior by just simply looking at the photo at the dice game where he had all the makeup on, and they were shooting dice. We could see that ring and that watch on, so we know that that's him. But what we can't confirm is that he was there during the argument. He probably wasn't even there when that stuff happened, because it's highly unlikely that he would be arguing. Now we saw Mike Prince there trying to calm everything down, but Junior wasn't there from what I saw. You know what I'm saying? We don't see him in that circle. It looks like he popped up after the shooting and stuff was done. You know, because Cam Yellow Hoodie is his guy. We saw him at the dice game with Duke the Judah, so we know that he be with Junior. So I'm pretty sure he would have stepped in and said something. So it don't even seem like he was there, that he popped up after the scene, is my thoughts. At any rate, as I told y'all, Migo, DJ Pat is going to beat this case. I don't see how they're going to convict him without any witnesses. Nobody has come forward. And the reason why nobody has come forward, so y'all can understand this, it was a private event. 10 times out of 10, Junior probably told, some of the chicks they know, hey, tell y'all girls, the Migos, them gonna be in the building. Hey, Didi, call all your girls up, tell them come out here. So they got access to all these women and all these people that was at the function, okay? So if anybody opened their mouth, they got access to them. It ain't like this was just a random open concert where people were just in there and you had random people. These people are down in Houston, you know what I'm saying? And they know how ruthless these boys is, so they're not gonna say nothing. So 9 times out of 10, once DJ Pat get the investigator and they argue this point and say this and that, 9 times out of 10, he's gonna beat this case, because nobody's gonna come forward and speak unless Quavo and them side come forward and say, he did it. But none of the other people there is gonna say anything. You know what I'm saying? So if they're telling us that they found the 9mm shot, and we know that they're saying that Migo Band stuff went into the bowling alley. Oh, and let me say this: if they're saying that Migo Band shot into the bowling alley, why didn't they recover any bullets, shells from the bowling alley if he shot into the bowling alley? Think about that. They say he shot and his bullets went into the bowling alley, but yet there was no bullets recovered from the bowling alley. Because they should be able to confirm, if he shot into the bowling alley, they should have recovered the shells and the guns. They ain't recovered nothing. Migo Benz probably went and said, yeah, you know what I'm saying? He probably just said that. They ain't, man, they playing games down there, man. It's a dog and pony show down there. You know what I'm saying? They don't have any weapons. They don't have nothing. But camera knowing that he shot, and that's it. So I want to hear y'all thoughts. Leave y'all thoughts down in the comment section on what happened. If you guys got any other footage or anything like that, leave that down there in the comment section, or just email it to me. My email is in the description box. I love y'all. Y'all stay safe out there. Shalom.